Hello engineers, how are you all? I hope everyone is doing great. Welcome to Mechanical Training World. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icon so you will get notified if I upload any new videos. And today our topic is basics of design temperature and we will cover some important points in UG20, that is design pressure. So let's start this session guys. This is the ninth lecture of ASME BPVC Section 8 Division 1 training, that is basics of design temperature. So what is temperature, guys? Generally, what is temperature? Anything, the degree of hotness or coldness of a body or an object is nothing but a temperature. In our temperature, there is a high temperature and low temperature cases are there. The temperature flows from high temperature to low temperature. So this is all about basic information. So does temperature have any impact on our design? How? How temperature affect our design? If anyone knows, please comment your answer in the comment section. So I will tell you. Yes, guys. Both low temperature and a high temperature can affect the our design separately. How? We will see. So first, effect of high temperature. So for example, if you take a rod that is in room temperature, okay, the rod is stiff in our room in the room temperature. So if you try to increase the room temperature, after certain limits of temperature, the rods tend to bend like this. Okay, why the rod is bending like this means we know in any material, if we increase the temperature, the atoms in that material try to expand or try to move away from each other. In engineering materials, the atoms in the material will move far away if you increase the temperature, and if you decrease the temperature, the atoms in the material try to come closer. If atoms are closer, the material is stiff. If atoms is away from each other, the atom loses its strength. So here also same thing happen. The rod loses its strength due to increase in temperature. If you keep on increasing the temperature without applying any force, the rods tend to bend like this. Okay, this means the rod loses its strength without acting any force. So here it is the this is the effect of high temperature on materials, guys. So we need to consider this high temperature, this effect of high temperature while selecting the material. So if you want to increase the strength of the rod, what we need to do? We need to increase thickness of the rod or dia of the rod. So if we increase the thickness of the rod, it will uh, definitely increases in cost also. Machining time increases. So all these categories, all these points we need to consider in, while designing our pressure vessel. So here strength means allowable stress. Okay. If strength decreases means allowable stress of the material decreases. Allowable stress of the material decreases, which results in increase in more thickness in the pressure vessel. So if you want to increase the strength or if you want to increase the allowable stress of that particular material, we need to increase the stress to avoid failures in high temperature region. So that's why ASME ASME BPVC section 2 part D gives allowable stress values for different types of materials. While designing a pressure vessel, we need to consider material which is suitable for our condition based upon the temperature conditions and allowable stress. Okay, this is the effect of high temperature. So next we go to effect of low temperature. Did anywhere code mention that effect of low temperature can cause allowable stress? Let's try to answer in the comment box, guys, because this is the only way to interact you and me. Okay, I will give you answers for your every question. Okay, so I will explain clearly what is the effect of low temperature. So we know that at low temperature conditions, the atoms comes close each other. At low temperature condition, the atoms comes closer. That means it increases its strength. But after certain limit, but after certain limit, for example, if we take 150 minus 150 minus 200, the material loses its important property like ductility, and it will only have only brittleness, which is dangerous, guys. Without giving any prior information, the brittle material fa- the brittle material damages. It will not give any prior information. But if our material got ductility property, that will give some indication like deformation, slow deformation. It does not fail suddenly. So this is the main reason why we need to consider low temperature because in pressure vessel industry there are so many people are working. After certain limit of low temperature, the materials fails. For example, our pressure vessel fails. So without giving any prior information, so many persons will suffer. So that's why we need to consider this low temperature in our design criteria. So what is ductility? Ductility refers to a material ability to stretch or deform before breaking. That means it will give indication. Whereas brittleness will not give indication. It will easily break like a glass. So it is crucial to consider ductility in our design of materials. So how will we find out whether our material will have ductility or not? So we do impact testing. We do impact testing to find uh, whether ductility is there or not in that material at minus degree centigrade. So for that condition, we will take uh, 3 to 4 specimens with same thicknesses, whatever the design thickness we want, we take that thickness plates and we will test impact testing and we will take values at the temperature. So by taking the values, strength values, we will draw a graph that is nil ductility transition temperature curve. So in this curve, we will see that this is the transition temperature. So up to this, the material have ductile property. After this, there is a brittle property. So we need to consider up to this temperature only. Whatever the temperature, though that material up to that only, that material up to that only will have ductile property. So that type of materials only we need to consider into our design. So we need to select, otherwise we need to select other materials for our design criteria. So this is all about effect of low temperature, guys. And next, minimum design metal temperature. What is minimum design metal temperature? So code given that minimum design metal temperature is the minimum temperature at which the material can be used without losing its impact properties, because we need to consider this MDMT, guys, minimum design metal temperature in our design. Why? Why? I already told us, due to low temperature our material will fail like a glass. So that's why we need to consider this low temperature. That is nothing but minimum design metal temperature. Okay, and next, the impact strength of a metal changes with thickness. If you increase the thickness, the strength of the material will increase. So impact strength properties also will increase. Okay, and next one is the minimum energy required for specific temperature can be compared to the energy observed. So while doing impact test, we will observe some energy. We will see some energy observed by the material. That the energy values only we use for drawing the nil ductility temperature curve. Okay, so we need to compare the allowable energy and what is the resistant energy while doing the impact testing. We need to compare the both energies, guys. So and the material MDMT must be lower than service MDMT. So what is service MDMT means? Uh, for example, if you see in cryogenics, we will run in we will run fluids like in minus 129 degrees, minus 200 degrees like that. So that is our service condition, minus 200 is. So our our least temperature must be lower than that minus 200 degrees Celsius, because it is impossible to run a pressure vessel exactly minus 200 degrees only. So there are fluctuations in temperature. So that's why in practical situations we will take some allowances for the least temperature. For example, we are running our design our pressure vessel in minus 200 degrees Celsius. So we will take 10% allowances, that is minus 210 degrees. It will withstand up to minus 210 degrees. So generally it will be high, but for example I'm saying. So that is our material MDMT must be lower than service MDMT. So what are the materials we are selecting? That that material least temperature must be lower than service least temperature. So this is all about effect of high temperature and effect of low temperature and the minimum design metal temperature, guys. Now we will discuss about UG20. Okay, in UG20, before going to UG20, there is one more term mentioned, that mean metal temperature in the code. So what is mean metal temperature, guys? For example, this is our pressure vessel. So this is our fluid. So that is 100 degrees Celsius we are storing it. So outside is 30 degrees Celsius. So we know that the temperature flows from high temperature to low temperature. That means it will go outside. So what is the temperature at outside surface of the vessel? Definitely not 30 degrees, because here 100 degrees is there, so it will flow to here. So there is, for example, if consider a 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, our mean metal temperature, how to find mean metal temperature means mean metal temperature equal to this 100 degrees Celsius plus 50 degrees Celsius by 2. We will get 75 degrees. So our mean metal temperature is the 75 degrees. So this is how we need to find mean metal temperature for a material. Okay, or for our working condition. So let's go to UG20. We will discuss 3 to 4 important points in here. So first one is the maximum temperature shall not be less than mean metal temperature. So whatever the highest temperature we are considering for our design that not be less than mean metal temperature. Okay, mean metal temperature of that material. So this is important. And UG20B says that the minimum temperature shall be less than our service temperature. I already told you that material minimum temperature shall be less than service MDMT, that is minimum design metal temperature. And for lower temperature cases, we will do impact testing. But every time it is not possible to do impact testing. So that's why code given some exceptions in UG20F. So if our vessel satisfies the whatever the exceptions given in UG20F, there is no need to do impact testing. So let's see what are the exceptions. If our vessel is hydrostatically tested and design temperature between minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 650 degrees Fahrenheit, and there is no thermal and cyclic loadings, and the material limited to PN number 1, grade number 1 or 2, that thickness not exceed 13 mm for curve A and thickness not exceed 25 mm for curve B, C, D. So we will discuss about all the curves in UCS 66, I think. So just for purpose only, you will remember these points. So if our pressure vessel uh, will satisfy all these conditions, there is no need to do impact testing. If our pressure vessel does not satisfy any one of these points, we need to compulsory do impact testing to find out the material strength at low temperature conditions. I hope you understand this session. Please like and share to your friends. Thank you.